Italians don't eat spaghetti meatballs. Meatballs are served on their own as a main course, and spaghetti with tomato sauce as a primo. But in the region of Abruzzo, in the province of Teramo, we make spaghetti with tiny meatballs. And these are the only spaghetti and meatballs I like to eat and many fellow Italian friends love to eat. My nonna taught me how to do this dish because it's from the village where she is from. So I'm gonna use my nonna's recipe. I'm gonna use the same ingredients she uses it, but I'm adapting the recipe with modern techniques, my methods, which I think it will make your life a lot easier. I'm going to give you the ingredients for 2 people. Well, maybe just for 1 if it's me, but 2 people, and then you can double it if you have more people coming for dinner. Let's start with the meatballs. When you make meatballs, the tiny meatballs for this pasta, you don't follow the classic Italian style meatball recipe. Instead, we're gonna make a different type of meatballs using only 3 ingredients. For 2 people, we need 200 grams of grounded beef. You can use beef mince, you can use veal mince, or you can use pork if that's what you want, or you can combine pork and beef or pork and veal. 1 egg yolk, grated Parmigiano Reggiano or Pecorino cheese, up to you how much you want to use. I use at least a full handful of it. For the sauce, we keep it very simple. 1/4 of onion, 1 carrot and 1 celery stick. My nonna will use a bottle of passata that she makes from scratch with the fresh tomatoes. But what you can do instead, you go to the supermarket, you buy the best Italian peeled tomatoes in a can. So you use 2 small cans of peeled tomatoes, and I'm gonna show you what to do. We're using 300 grams of pasta for 2 people. Now the pasta, we need to use thick spaghetti, known as spaghetti alla chitarra. My nonna makes it fresh. And so here I have a fresh option that you make it with the pasta machine. These are fresh egg spaghetti. Or you can buy spaghettone quadrato. Many brands do this, such as La Molisana, De Cecco. You can buy the dry pasta made with water and semolina, and this is a very good option for spaghetti meatballs. If you want to learn how to make fresh spaghetti, go and watch my video, please, okay? The normal commercial spaghetti you find in the shop, they are okay, but they don't give you the maximum pleasure. Then we need a nice bunch of basil, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. So we're starting from the sauce because we need at least an hour to make the sauce right and rich. I recommend you to use a nice large pot to make the sauce, such like a Dutch oven or something like that. For the video purpose, so that you can learn more from this and look at every detail, I'm gonna use a shallow stainless steel saucepan so you can really see what's happening in the pan. Now this is something my nonna never did, that will never do, okay? We're gonna blend the soffritto. I believe the blending of the soffritto takes your sauce to the next level. I strongly believe that. And we're gonna break the carrot inside a blender. I'm using a NutriBullet right now. You can cut the onion too. I am not adding the celery into the soffritto. Why? Because my nonna doesn't do that. She adds the celery, she breaks it, she puts it in the sauce, and then she removes it. She doesn't want the celery in the soffritto in this recipe. She believes it doesn't require, but you want to release the flavors from the celery into the sauce, and then remove it. We're gonna put a splash of water in our onion and carrots mix. All right, now let's blend this. Let's put the pan on a medium-low heat. We're not rushing this. We want the flame to be nice and gentle. Now we put a generous amount of extra virgin olive oil. I would say 4 or 5 tablespoons. And now we add this beautiful cream that we made with the carrot and the onion. The reason why I do this is because I want this soffritto to disappear in the sauce. That when you eat the sauce, you don't know that this is inside. I made this version for my nonna, and she was impressed. She was very happy. Of course, she said, it's not as good as mine. I agree. Now we let the soffritto cook for about 7 minutes. Now, something else we're going to blend for this recipe, and is the Italian peeled tomatoes. If you have your own passata, amazing, go for it. But to be as close as possible to a passata, you need to get Italian peeled tomatoes from the can, and you blend them. And that's how you get a passata. And see, the rest of the sauce that we have from the can doesn't have to go through the blender. That's ready to go. Now we're going to add the sauce in the soffritto. This is the liquid that was already in the can. And now we have the tomatoes that we blended. Very important step, my nonna does. We're gonna break the celery. Yeah, we're gonna add the celery. We let the celery release all the beautiful flavors. Now we let the sauce cook at a medium-low heat between 45 minutes and 1 hour. In my opinion, is the best way to get the best flavors from the sauce. So gently cook it and go and stir it every now and then. So the sauce is going. It's time to make the meatballs. Here I have ground beef. Nonna will use veal. I'm going to put a nice amount of pecorino cheese. You can use Parmigiano. And now we got the egg yolk. Okay, only the egg yolk goes inside. Don't ask me why, that's what Nonna does, and that's what we're gonna do. Only the egg yolk. And now we mix. That's it, that's all you need. Nothing else goes in this mix, nothing else. If you wanna add more cheese, go for it. You wanna add some salt and pepper, please go for it. Here we're gonna add some salt and pepper. Let's go with the pepper. Add as much as you like. You can add more salt if you want more saltiness. I'm actually happy to add more cheese too. Here we go. When the bowl is completely clean and all the ingredients have been absorbed, made love together, you know you're done. To make the tiny meatballs, we're gonna use a plate with baking paper on top, a little bit of water, because we need to make sure the palm of our hand is always wet. This is what takes time, because we have to make the meatballs tiny. The reason why we make tiny meatballs is because every time we get a fork of pasta, we want the sauce and the meatballs to be on it. So when you put the pasta in your mouth, you also have a meatball. See, in my own opinion, this is too big already. Now, how do we make it smaller? You have to have small hands. It's not easy for me to make small meatballs. You get a small amount of meat. Look how pretty. See, I'm getting tempted to do it bigger. See, this one is too big now. Too big. My nonna would say, oh, you done that. I don't know how, but my mom and my nonna, they make them all the same. Okay, the meatballs are finished. Look how beautiful they are. We got lots of tiny meatballs. Now we have to get the meatballs ready for the sauce, okay? Now we are not going to add the meatballs in this sauce. Instead, what we are going to do is, we are going to get some of the sauce and put it in a separate saucepan, okay? Gonna do this. And we let the rest of the sauce here for the pasta. So there are 3 ways of cooking the spaghetti meatballs. The easiest way is Nonna's way. So we're gonna boil for about a minute those tiny meatballs in the boiling water before we add the pasta. Second option is to fry those meatballs for a minute, okay? Of course, adds flavors, okay? Third option is to put those tiny meatballs straight into the sauce. But I don't recommend it because those meatballs could break or could become flat. So before we put the meatballs in, let's get a large pot of water. We're gonna get 1 tablespoon of rock salt, put it in. Now I'm gonna add the meatballs in the boiling water and boil them. Alright, so as you can see, it takes less than a minute for them to cook. What we're going to do now is we're gonna put them straight in the sauce, okay? Look how quickly they cook. They're actually coming to surface. They're actually telling me, I am ready, take me out. Ready in 30 seconds. That's insane. Straight in the sauce. What we've done now, we've added them in a small portion of sauce, and what we're going to do is we're going to cook them for about 10 minutes very gently with the sauce. Why? Because those tiny meatballs, we're going to add them in the plate once the spaghetti is served. We're going to top up the plate of spaghetti with these meatballs. We want to cook the meatballs on a medium-low heat. We just want to make sure that the meatballs make love with the sauce. We want the meatballs to absorb the sauce. You understand? So important. See this? This is extremely, extremely important. The reason why we don't add the meatballs in the main pan with the rest of the sauce is because we don't want to miss out on meatballs. We want every portion, everyone who's eating this pasta to have the right amount of meatballs. Please don't forget the Vincenzo's Plate cookbook is now available for pre-order. Please, it's the first Vincenzo's Plate cookbook ever. We have recipes from generations to generations, okay? There are simple recipes, there are family recipes that you want to keep, that you want to learn, right? So please get it wherever you are in the world. You can use Amazon. There are more bookshops selling it in Australia, America, and worldwide. So please get it and get a piece of Vincenzo's Plate into your house. We are so excited. It's a very different book. My wife Suzanne wrote the book. So the book is a point of view of living with me, with my family, sharing our recipes. So the book is told in a different way that's never been done before. So you definitely want to get a copy of it. All right, let's go back to the sauce now. The sauce has been cooking for just over an hour. What we're going to do now is we're going to remove the celery, okay? I'm going to remove the celery because we don't need it anymore. The celery has released all the flavors. We're almost finished with the sauce. What we're going to do now, we're going to add salt as much as you like. Beautiful, great. We're going to switch it off, and now we're going to add the fresh basil. We break it straight in it, okay? It's so important that we do this now. Basil doesn't need to be cooked. Basil needs to release flavors right now. You add as much as you want, okay? Beautiful, so good. Now we have the sauce on the side. We're going to boil the pasta. I've chosen fresh pasta for today. It takes 2 minutes to cook, and I hope you choose that too. As you can see, the water, it's a little bit dark. That's because we boiled the meatballs in it, okay? Nothing to worry about. It adds flavors to the spaghetti. The water already has salt in it, so you don't need to add any extra salt. All right, let's start boiling a beautiful fresh pasta. When you put the fresh pasta in, make sure you stir it gently, okay? This is something Nonna never do. She never used pasta water. Old school Italian cooking doesn't use pasta water. We're gonna use some pasta water today, okay? Nonna doesn't have to do because sauce is perfect. But for us, let's take some pasta water. Okay, it's been 2 minutes, and we can now take the pasta out, okay? Let's put the sauce gently back on the stove, okay? Now we're gonna start adding the pasta in the sauce. Gently stir the pasta with the sauce. Can you see the sauce is so rich that it needs a little bit of pasta water, not too much. We don't want to ruin the sauce. But we want to have enough pasta water so that we can toast this pasta. This is something that Nonna doesn't do, but trust me. Look at this wonderful pasta. Look how amazing this is already. Look. Now I'm gonna serve this pasta the way my Nonna will serve it, which is you get the pasta and you put it in the plate, just like this. Nothing fancy, just a beautiful plate of old school pasta that pleases everyone. Now it's time to add the beautiful mini meatballs on top. The final touch is to add the beautiful pecorino cheese or parmigiano reggiano. And now we're ready to serve. The flavors of Nonna's kitchen right in my mouth. It doesn't matter where I am in the world, one bite of this takes me straight to my Nonna's house. Look at this beautiful pasta, guys. Look how beautiful it is. Perfectly cooked, the pasta is smooth. I want to show you, every time you get a fork of pasta, look what happens. Look what happens. Look how many meatballs you have on it. You actually are capable of having as many meatballs as you want on the pasta. This pasta deserves to be on menus from around the world. Doesn't matter what cuisine you cook. This is a dish everybody must experience. Wow. I can't say I'm in heaven. I'm at Nonna's house. It's so much better. This is so good. Nonna will be so proud of me. Nonna, I love you so much. Thank you for teaching me this. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Please don't forget, I have an online cooking academy for you. You can join it now. 27 recipes I personally picked and made for you. Join the Academy because you can become an Italian food ambassador. See you on the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. E ora si mangia. Vincenzo's Plate.